Hi, Aries. Let's do a little love reading because of the new moon coming up in Pisces. This week, things are going to be a little bit dreamy, a little bit fantastical. So, you don't know what kinds of red flags. You're not paying attention to those, right? So, that we're going to find out what you don't know. What are the red flags that are in the connection that you're not noticing under the new moon in Pisces? Everything's dark and dreamy. Okay, what do you need to know? What don't you know about this intimate connection? Well, we got the Four of Swords. It's in reverse. What you don't know is I feel like you're rushing. You're rushing into something without giving it adequate space and time in order to be able to heal from connections of the past. And what ends up happening is that the ghosts of the past come rising up. It could be also, oh, you know what? I'm feeling a lot like it's a lot more the other person than it is you. You're attracting this because of to a degree you have that as well, but it's way more that they are doing the rebound thing. That they're like, I can't wait to get out there and just try to do anything they can to not go through the healing process after a breakup, of recovering after a breakup, of coming back into alignment with their true self when things got hairy, when things got negative with somebody else. And so they're like, yeah, they're running out of someone else's arms and into yours in order to make themselves feel a little bit better. And I mean, to a degree, you're doing that as well, but it's much more about them. So what happens with rebound relationships is that people try to hide who they are from from being in one connection to being in another one, and eventually they start having a crisis because they have no identity. They belong to one person and then they belong to another person. And so they have, in the crisis, they're like, oh, and then they go off and do their own thing. And you're always wondering to yourself, who is this person, right? So that's how it negatively impacts you, is that they have no personal identity. And we want our sweethearts to have their own identity. So what should you do? What's to be done? Make sure to keep a good grip on your own friends network, to keep collaborating with other people, stay social, keep your own identity, work on your own skills, work on your own values, make sure and keep yourself grounded. It's not necessarily saying you need to be rid of this person, but to keep that in mind, that they have that going on for them, and make sure that you keep your outside network of friends and loved ones stable, and give them, don't indulge too much of your time and energy into a romantic connection and neglect all the other relationships in the process, because you're going to need those no matter what. Maintain the stability of your own identity in spite of what happens with your romantic connections. And finally, let's look at an outcome according to the trajectory that we're on right now. Nothing is ever set in stone. We can always pivot our thoughts in order to pivot a situation. And movement is happening quickly. And my download is the person that you're with, because they're still not stable. They're blowing around like the wind. Like this is the winds of change, right? They call them the arrows of love. I'm feeling like they're gonna I'm sorry to say this, Aries. It's probably you too. You're both gonna be distracted by somebody else and going your own way. And it's for both of you. It's like, okay. You're really curious about this person now, but then you find out what's really going on with them and you're like, yeah. And it's just like, it's really fun under the new moon in Pisces. The like, ooh, like fantasizing that this person could be someone you could do all these fun things with and stuff. But actually you two aren't very compatible. It's just that you bounced into each other and you're both going, yay, yeah, let's have fun together. But that energy is going to go in separate directions. Okay, so love you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, make sure and subscribe so that you can be in the loop about all the readings that I create on a regular basis. I do new moon. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a new moon this week. I do weekly readings, I do monthly readings, and I do readings on my 3 favorite subjects: purpose, prosperity, and love. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, Aries.